We are in Gainesville, Florida, and we are going to the mall to have lunch. Today we're mainly trying to make distance because even though we really like Florida, we've spent a lot of time in it. So we are trying to carry on and get to the top of Florida. This spot is reserved for combat wounded.
The west coast of Florida, we've had 3 occasions of just sudden torrential rain that makes it almost impossible to drive. And when this happens, you see at least 2 or 3 downed cars by the side of the road. We saw one yesterday that nearly ran into a tree. This is a downside of Florida. We've done 8,888 miles.
A common sight in Florida is sunshine and rain at the same time. We are in Tallahassee, Florida.
They have Whole Foods, a posh grocery store.
Whataburger. We are back in the region that has those wispy sort of trees we saw in South Carolina. Here is a bit of Tallahassee without the rain.
The capital of Florida. We are in Tallahassee, the state capital, and this is the state capitol.
Yellow ribbons round trees. I think they might be a sorority.
Blimey.
Yes.
Outfit on the front pie. That was odd.
It was.
So we're heading towards Panama City Beach. It's in the west of Florida on what they call the Panhandle. What I didn't realise is that we're crossing back into Central Time. So that's good news in that we're getting an extra hour, but it's bad news in that I've got another hour's worth of driving. And like all the things on the Dodge were confusing because it looked like I needed to go 90 miles an hour to get there. We are passing through Bristol, Florida, just on the eastern side of the time zone. The time zones are picked by towns. It isn't just a straight line, it's a wiggly line. You can't get it on Google Maps as far as we've been able to determine, and it's really hard to find out where exactly the time zone changes. Now the Dodge at the moment says 5:12. My guess is that it's going to change over this river, and some of them change in a city, which is just mad. This is quite an unpopulated area. We are crossing back into
Central Time.
Yay! The Dodge should update about now.
This is an amazingly long. Yes, this it did it. It is 4:20.
Shame on you, Apple.
Yes, less good than a Dodge.
This is Youngstown. Isn't really that big. We've driven 9,000 miles. We are in Panama City. Here's Panama City. And then there's this bit here that sticks out. Panama City Beach. I don't know what it's called.
I have no idea.
It's like a bay, but it's massive. And then the real beach is on the front. I wonder if they just built a beach on it.
Actually, that does look like it could be naturally occurring.
Florida had ones that were just dead straight. That it would have a scraggy coastline and then this sort of dead straight beach. I'm going on. We've driven 350 miles. Mainly because I just didn't realise that the time zone thing meant that I had an extra hour's driving. Here's Panama City, presumably the downtown. Is it the downtown? Actually, I don't know what the downtown is really. There's a bunch of shops, piles of car things.
A lot of things selling dirt cheap cigarettes.
Things lending you money at terrible interest rates. That looks like an Indian shop.
Indo-Paco International Food Store.
That's a weird McDonald's sign. It doesn't look like the standard one.
Now that we've been through virtually all of Florida, I think I can confidently say, if you want to move somewhere flat, move to Florida.
Now we're crossing over the river something or other, or the bay of somewhere.
These appear to be pine trees. There's still plenty of palm trees. This is where things are sort of coming together with the south. So just before the beach, we've got shops and things. Pier Park North. After driving for what feels like a million years, we decided to splash out and get beachfront accommodation at the Beachcomber.
So this is the room, and it's got a proper king bed, a kitchen. It has a door that goes out onto a balcony, and
that is the Gulf of Mexico.
Hello, Gulf.
Oh, that's lovely.
There's someone else filming.
I actually can't see. My glasses are fogged.
We've just been swimming. Very nice. So we spoke to a couple who were in the pool. They weren't staying at the hotel, they just in the pool. They said that this area are not good places to raise kids. There were lots of drugs. They really recommended against it.
I think it might still be a very good place to visit. This is an amazing beach and it's very nice swimming in the Gulf. It's not that salty compared to the Atlantic, and the sand really does look and feel like sugar. Often metaphors like that are inaccurate, but not this one. This is honestly that kind of beach.
The other thing, she said she felt southern. She said the word York. She said that this was culturally the South, the way that the rest of Florida wasn't.
For instance, she said that they eat grits here, which is a very southern thing that we tried in North Carolina.
This is the moon.
It's very nice.